Hi my viewers, welcome once again to my channel. So in our today's lesson I'm going to look at the conversion of block diagrams to signal flow graphs. As in our previous video we were looking at the terms that are used in signal flow graphs. So I just mentioned them here. I expect you to have watched that video. So I'm given this block diagram here. Then I'm told to convert the block diagram below to a signal flow graph. This is my block diagram, which is the canonical diagram that we had initially. So it has this input, it has the error, it has the gain block, it has the output, then we have the feedback element here. Then for us to convert any block diagram to a signal flow graph, then we have to note this. This is something very important to note. The first thing, the error is ignored. So we do not indicate this error anywhere, we just ignore it. And then that is the first note. Then number two, the summing point has a gain of 1. What does that one mean? It means that if I have a node between the input and maybe another node, then you find that in between the two nodes there is the no gain block, then we have to indicate 1 in that case. We need to indicate 1 in that case. Then number 3, we introduce a dummy sync node to show the output. For instance, we have C prime. In this case, when you have if you have looked at my previous video, I was explaining the dummy sync node, where we have the output like C. Then you find that C is we're having something coming out of that C, and another branch coming towards that C. Then we cannot say that C is our output. We need to create a dummy sync node that we're calling the C prime. So let us just plot the signal flow graph for this block diagram here. So the first thing where I have this R, I just put a node like that. Then where I have the summing point, I put another node like this. Then I connect them with a straight line. I indicate the arrow. Then I'll have this as R, and then I'll have this one here. Then you find that between this summing point to this point, we have the gain block. So from this summing, where I had the summing point to another point like here, I have the gain block. So I just indicate a straight line. Then I just show the arrow. Then I put my gain there like that. Between this summing point and this point, that is between this node and this node, I have my gain here and indicate it like that. Then between, you can see that the two of them are meeting at this point, then they are producing the output. So I can just have this as my output. I can have C as my output there, because you can see that this one and this one are meeting at this point to produce the output. Then from there, you can see from this summing point to the other node where I have this output, I'm having my edge. So I'll just have from this point to this point, I have my feedback element like that. And then you find that this element was minus here, so I'll just indicate minus h like that. But now you can see this arrow is coming toward this node and this other one is coming away from the same node. That means this cannot be my output. So I need to create a dummy sync node like this. Then we have the node here. Then now I can call this one my C prime. I can call that one my C prime. And that's how we plot the signal flow graph from a block diagram. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch my next video for the next example.